wind is now steady at 30 knots and gusting up to 35, and we've had quite a few boats coming to this unfinished marina. It is Tuesday the 25th of September and we've got a bit of weather coming in. I know it doesn't look much on camera, but about 45 minutes ago I came up on deck and saw the weather developing to the north, and I said to Ansha, oh, take a look at that storm that's up there. And within 15 minutes the wind from the storm had actually reached us. Right now it's probably blowing around about maybe 18 knots, something like that. So not knowing exactly how this is going to pan out weather-wise, whether it's going to get stronger or not, we decided to come into the unfinished marina here. There's no electricity, there's no water, but there's lots of concrete and lots of bollards, so we can just tie up in relative safety. And because the wind is blowing so much, rather than try and find a place further inside the marina, we just come straight in through the marina entrance here and just tied up alongside this wall. We might get a bit of spray coming over if it picks up, but hey, we're on the inside and that's all that matters. We're in. Not a moment too soon.
Oh yeah.
The wind just, yeah.
It would have been hard getting in any later. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now that we've tied up in this unfinished marina, we're going to take the opportunity to have a stroll around and have a look at some of the vessels tied up here. Some of them are obviously used and some of them are obviously disused.
Some of them are well abused by the looks of things.
there's some really fascinating stuff here, so we're just going to take a walk, have a look
And show you.
Looks like this one hasn't seen some anti-foul paint for a while.
Just lovely meeting so many people. Baz and I went for a walk around at this little marina that's actually unfinished, and we met about 3 or 4 English and Canadian and Australian owners of boats. After that, you know, we've helped 2 or 3 boats come in and tie up to mooring. And just to see everybody banding together and helping each other out here is wonderful. Winds are in the 30s at the moment, gusting to 35. They have been rising for a while now, so apologies for the unstable camera, but the gusts are blowing the camera out of my hand. I'm going to show you the white caps on the water. I don't know how much you'll actually get to see on this camera. White caps and sort of, you know, pointy waves are a good indication of what the wind's like if you can't hear it. I must admit admit, sporting a broken arm, I feel really useless at the moment because I can't help, and there's, you know, big community here that's all been helping all the other boats to get in, to dock, to tie up when the wind's really pushing them away from the dock, and all I've been able to do is film it. I suppose it's better than nothing because at least you get to see what's been going on. I know I complain about having a broken wrist and everything, not being able to do much, but I don't feel alone in this marina. There's one lady who I was talking to, and she's just had a cast taken off her wrist after she broke it 6 weeks ago, and there's another lady on a catamaran, and she's got her ankle strapped up because she hurt it 10 days ago, so I'm kind of not feeling too bad now. Everyone's running in here because it's getting really, really choppy out there.
The wind is now steady at 30 knots and gusting up to 35, and we've had quite a few boats come into this unfinished marina. It's a little boat hole basically, and I'm glad we pulled up the anchor and came in here ourselves early this morning. So far we've helped 4 or 5 boats get tied up here, so it's really mental at the moment.
As extra protection, as well as the boat's fenders, Mike had a great idea and found some old ship's rope that had been thrown away, which he tied together and pushed down between the fenders to help protect ABC's hull if the wind changed direction and blew her onto the dock. Protection for in case the wind changes and we end up being pushed against the dock. Excellent.
This is our final night in Kefalonia in Greece, because what's happening now the big wind system has passed south and east of here. We'll be leaving here tomorrow. The plan is that we're going to do a 8-hour sail up north to, I can't even remember what the island is called, but it's
Where are we going, Mike? Ithaca.
That's right, we're going to Ithaca.
So an 8-hour passage for us is a fairly short trip, isn't it?
Walk in the park.
Yeah. All right. Let's 1 glass of wine and then bed.
Zeds.
Okay.
Yeah. We've also encountered a lot of fantastic other yacht people during this hideout in this hidey hole. Everyone helps everybody. Everyone's willing to offer experience, offer advice, pull a rope, help you tie off, help you get in when the odds are against you. It's really heartwarming. It really, really is. I also think that tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday at the latest, most of all of these boats that have come in here to hide will be leaving along with us. It's been good. It's been slightly unnerving, but it's been good. It's been a great experience being here and hiding from that storm that was just a monster, absolute monster.
We're leaving Kefalonia after what feels like 1,000 days.
But in reality it's only been 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to, what's the name of it?
Medicane Zorbas.
The Mediterranean hurricane. Medicane sounds like something you might take or buy from a pharmacist.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are we off to, Captain?
We're going to Ithaca to meet up with another boat, as we are both going to the same destination in Turkey, and we're going to go through the Corinth Canal. Not today, but maybe the day after, possibly Wednesday, or maybe tomorrow, we don't know.
Well, Tuesday, if it's Tuesday, we won't be going through the Corinth Canal because it's shut on Tuesdays.
Today's Sunday. Did you go to church?
Oh, I thought it was Monday. There you go. See, I told you, it felt like 1,000 days. All right, we'll catch you later.
It's been another pretty much uneventful trip over to Ithaca from Kefalonia in Greece. The day started off very overcast and we thought we were going to get a little bit wet with wet stuff falling from the sky, but it cleared up and it's not too bad now. The big mess of wind is way over there now to the east. You can still see there's quite a bit of weather out there, but it's moving away from us, so that's all good. And right now we're about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours from where we're going to stop overnight in Ithaca. Sunday, and everybody is out enjoying the little bit of wind. And of course, guess what? It's not blowing our way. That's life. Oh, dolphins! Oh! Are they with us? There they are.
There you go.
Well, that was short-lived. There was about 4 of them, maybe. They came and had a little play for a while, and then they buggered off over there. But it's a start. So right now, doing that, because I'm about to do my first Mediterranean mooring, and that involves reversing into the town quay while dropping your anchor and hopefully pulling up before you hit the town quay. Sounds like a crazy idea, and whoever came up with it, I want a word with you.
You see what I mean? It's nice and slow, and go good. Because that's the thing. Why bother trying to get so close when you've got all this room? You'll have plenty of time when you're going to have that much space. The wind's going to push you that way, but you want to stay high. Stand still. Lock it there then.
Did you put your anchor out? Yes.
Right, tie up on the anchor lane. That bloke got first reverse, wasn't it?
Well done. What's that?
That's the hardest bit. The hardest bit is judging that.
Distance.
Last bit.
For the length that you
It was easy, but there was hardly any wind. Dead flat and calm. Like Mike said, probably the biggest problem is judging the distance. So you've still got chain left in the locker by the time you reach there. Yeah, it was okay. I'm glad the first one was easy. But I'm going to have a beer now.
Today is Tuesday the 2nd of October and we're currently in Ithaca, one of the Ionian Islands in Greece, and we're just about to set sail for a 24-hour passage which will take us all the way through the Corinth Canal.
Now the reason we're going through the Corinth Canal is because we've changed our plans for our winter months here in the Northern Hemisphere. We are now going to be wintering in Turkey. There's several reasons for this, and because Mike and Elaine have their boat in a big marina in Turkey, on the 2 weeks it took us to get from Spain to here, we've had a lot of time for chatting, and they persuaded us that with our small amount of sailing experience so far, it would be easier for us and safer for us to spend the winter months off the Turkish coast, rather than here where the winds and the storms can get really fierce.
And there's a lot more sheltered little bays in and around Turkey as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus the fact that Mike and I have also spent the last 2 weeks, every second something was like not quite right on the boat, we put it on the list. So Mike and I now have a huge list of things to do when we get to Turkey, because he's got a lockup with a ton of tools and loads of little spare boat parts.
Yeah.
So we're going to raid his toolkit.
Yeah. We're also not making the journey as a single boat this time. We're going with another couple, Phil and Linda, and Mike's going to be helping them to deliver their boat to Turkey.
Yeah.
And Elaine, for the long passages like
Today's, yeah,
is going to be coming on board, so that there are 3 people on both boats, so that we can take it in turns to have rest.
Because Clever Clog's here, still got another 5 weeks of that. And it's still very sore, so she can't do anything really. Can't even stir a cup of coffee.
I know.
Yeah, so here we are in Ithaca. It's a nice place. Surprisingly, now it's out of season, it is still very busy with charter vessels. There's a load of Russian people came in yesterday. That was a bit mayhemish.
Doing stern to.
Doing the med mooring thing, where you drop her at anchor and back into the quay. So yeah, I guess we'll be doing a lot of that while we're around the Mediterranean. Probably not so much in Turkey, but
who knows?
Who knows?
We'll find out, won't we?
We will, yeah. So that's the plan.
Yeah. We'll see you in Corinth.
Yeah, we'll see you down there somewhere.
Yeah.
Next week on Sailing ABC, we motor under the Rio Antirio Bridge at night and arrive at the northern entrance to the Corinth Canal to a beautiful sunrise. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon so you get notified of future episodes of Sailing ABC. Thanks for watching and take it easy.